All right, the moment you've all been waiting for, our student presentations. I would like to invite our grade 9 students up to the stage. Come on down, grade 9.
Hello everyone, parents, students, teachers, Mrs. Lahana, Miss Lady, and Dr. Jenny. I'm here to show you what grade 9 did for their PBL project, Paper Rangers. Next slide, please. Paper Rangers. So before I get into anything, I'll introduce Paper Rangers to you. Paper Rangers is a non-profit organization. Basically what they do is they go around Bangkok and they help students like us who are not so privileged. They make books out of recycled paper, and that's like really cool. Recycled paper, so basically they use paper that is like blank on one side and they fold it and they make books out of it. I'll get to that in the video, it's in the video. And basically the best thing about Paper Rangers is that you can volunteer. You can go there and just volunteer, spend your afternoon there, chill, and make books. It's actually a very calming activity. So why we thought of this project is because we were brainstorming as a grade on one of the biggest waste materials that we have on Earth, and we came up with paper. Paper is something that we take for advantage, and we just take so for granted, and it's actually one of the biggest waste materials on Earth. And as you can see, paper waste fill up to 26% of landfill. If you step out and you visit areas that are not so very clean, you'll often find lots of papers there. It's a very serious problem. So there are 85 million tons of paper wasted around the world each year. And US estimation alone, there are 68 million trees cut down every single year. And on the long run, there's so many global problems that lie in here, like deforestation. And we as the next generation should really take care of this. Impact. So we thought this was a great way to be sustainable because it's making something from something that people throw away quite often. And it's actually very effective, and it's beneficial to the environment and to you because, as I mentioned, in the long run, we have less global problems, and to you because, you know, I'd really like to save some money and not waste it on books and papers. It's actually a very fun activity to do because I personally really enjoyed this, and I can assure you that lots of 9th graders also really enjoyed this because it was like a really fun activity. We sat down as a grade and we bonded, and we wrote inspirational and meaningful messages for these students that are like us but in areas that are smaller and unhappier. So putting a smile on others' faces. It was really fun. It was a nice thing to do, and it's a great way to give back to the community because we can afford books, but students like us, who are just like us, they can't. So it's a great way to also give back to the community. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for your attention. Let's watch the video.
Thank you, Neha. Now we have our grade 9 video.
From the project that's called Paper Ranger. Today I'm teaching the kids how to make a notebook from recycled paper and turn it to be a notebook like this. And after this, we're gonna send notebook to help the kids around Thailand.
In fact, in another corner of society, there are so many children who is in need of notebooks, which is another motivation that led us to the making of this project. We grade 9 students from the American School of Bangkok will volunteer making notebooks by using recycled A4 paper that we collected from our classrooms to make the notebooks for the younger children in remote areas.
Hello, Indy. What did you learn from the Paper Rangers project?
I learned that we often take things for granted and like how important paper actually is for like some kids who might not have as many resources as we do.
How do you think the Paper Rangers project impacts the environment?
I think it impacts the environment because we can save up paper and throw away less trash, and we can also donate it to people who actually need it.
Kyose and Pom, can you please explain the process of making the notebooks?
So we folded 20 sheets of paper. We then got a book cover and hammered 5 holes on a side.
We then got a thread and a needle and sewed the book together, and then we wrote positive messages and drawings to help make the kids' days better.
How did grade 9 come up with this project?
So since our project is based on sustainability, we thought of ways that we could be sustainable, and we basically thought of like one of the biggest like waste materials, which is paper. Thankfully, Paper Ranger was there to help us, and we collaborated, and then we just made books as a grade, and we gave it to people who are less fortunate than us. We donated. Hello, Mr. Sam. How do you think the 9th graders reacted to this project?
I think the 9th graders reacted very well to this project. They showed a lot of independence and incentive when doing this. They were able to take a lot of the things that they've learned in their classes and put it all together. And a few 9th graders actually took a lot of responsibility. And us as teachers, it's a great way to watch them excel and do this kind of project and help the community.
Hello, I'm here with Belle, and can you please answer, what did you learn in class that inspired this PBL project?
We did a poverty simulations that put us in the shoes of those less fortunate than us, and how they have to make many hard decisions.
Hello, I'm here with Tan, and can you please explain how the poverty simulation influenced the grade 9s to do this project?
We used poverty simulation, and we found out that many people our age are having difficulties to get the resources for education, and we decided it would be the most helpful to provide these resources, such as paper. That's why we made these notebooks.
Big round of applause for our 9th grade learners and for those that helped with the presentation, video, and all of the work that went into this. Next up, I would like to invite our grade 10 presentation team up to the stage. Come on up, grade 10.
Hello, everyone. We're grade 10. Hello, everyone. We're grade 10. My name is Par. This is Win. This is KP, and this is Ivor. And today we're going to be presenting about our research over the PBL project, which was about the topic of sustainability. And in all our classes, we were taught at least in one class in each subject about one topic of sustainability. And today we'll be presenting our learnings in those classes.
So in world literature, we learned about the novel Bangkok Wakes to Rain relating to the theme of sustainability. So the novel depicts a dystopian future of Bangkok where it is entirely underwater. Similarly, in the real world, Bangkok is sinking every year 2 to 3 centimeters. And within the next 100 years, the entirety of the Bangkok metropolitan area will be underwater.
So in our world history class, we learned about the environmental impacts of industrialization on the world and how climate change happens. So we read articles and watched videos on and shared our answers on how industrialization impacts the environment. In our final moments of the class, we had a reflection time where we answered questions such as, what do you think adults should do to address climate change? And what do you think young people should do to address climate change?
In Mr. Max's class in geometry, we discussed if the Earth was getting warmer, and in this graph we discussed how much the temperature in Earth was rising from 1960 to 2010. And as you can see, the temperature in Earth is gradually rising, and past 2010, it's still rising to this day. Other things we discussed in Mr. Max's class was climate change, and we came up with evidence that contributes to climate change, and some evidence could be oceans like getting warmer, ice sheets are shrinking, and glaciers like melting and retreating. And we also watched an informative video from NASA of how do we know climate change is real.
So after all of these lessons, our research culminated in our trip to TerraCycle, which is a canal cleanup project at the Lat Pral Canal. And we came up with this field trip as a grade, as we all voted on a topic that we wanted to solve. And the topic that we wanted to solve was water pollution. And a lot of us came up with addressing the issue of water pollution in the canals of Thailand. And our video will show the trip to TerraCycle and the research behind the trip.
So what are your main goals and motivations? Like, we know you pick up garbage, but like people don't fully know, what your end goal is.
So the main goal is to make people more aware of the issue. So we know that just cleaning up in this canal won't solve all the issues.
Yeah.
But what it does is it creates an area where people can see what's happening, like you guys today. So you came here, you saw the waste, now you know what's kind of happening. You can go back to all your different communities and maybe start to make changes in those communities and change behavior there. So even if we don't go to all the different canals, we still want to have people making the impact when they go back home.
The foundation is started since June 2020, about 3 years ago. We would like to stop the plastic pollution, stop plastic end up into the ocean. That's why we start the project Canal Clean Up in Khong Lat Pral, Bangkok, Thailand.
Oh, okay. What are some achievements that you have made in the past years of this organization?
We collect the waste in this canal. More than 700,000 kilograms already. That's one of the big thing that we did before. We are the best group in the world that collect the most.
ปัญหามลพิษทางน้ำบ่อยมากแค่ไหนคะบ่อยค่ะพวกพี่ใช้ประโยชน์จากคลองอย่างยังไงบ้างคะแล้วก็ถ้าหากว่าน้ำมันเน่าเสียจะส่งผลกระทบต่อชีวิตพี่ยังไงบ้างคะก็น่าจะมีกลิ่นแต่ตอนนี้ไม่ค่อยมีกลิ่นเพราะว่าชุมชนมีการรณรงค์ไม่ทิ้งขยะลงแม่น้ำเมื่อก่อนที่จะเกิดปัญหาสภาพของคลองก่อนหน้านี้เป็นยังไงคะแล้วตั้งแต่เมื่อไหร่กันคะที่คลองเริ่มเกิดปัญหาสมัยนู้นนานแล้วค่ะแต่บางทีมันลอยมาจากที่อื่นอย่างเงี้ยก็ช่วยกันเก็บช่วยอะไรมีวิธีไหนบ้างไหมคะที่เราจะสามารถป้องกันไม่ให้เกิดปัญหาเรื่องน้ำเน่าเสียวิธีก็คือไม่ทิ้งขยะลงแม่น้ำลำคลอง
วัน large mass of trash is collected in baskets, it is then weighed, taken note of, and dumped into a pile so it can be sorted.
This one is blue.
The grade had sorted the items that can be recycled from the ones that would remain as waste. The plastics were sorted into 7 different plastic groups, as the varying groups had different recycling methods.
This machine is called a trash compactor. The importance of this is to compress all the collected trash so that it is easier to ship and store. We collected 1,296 kilograms of trash from the La Plau Canal, and this experience to all students was very eye-opening and enlightening.
Thank you to our presenters and to all of our grade students who took part in this learning initiative and field trip. Next, I'd like to invite our grade 11 presenter up to the stage.
So, good morning, ASB students, teachers, parents, and dignified guests. My name... Oh, yeah. Could you stand up here? Yeah, that's fine. My name is Pan Kiatananan, and I am the grade 11 representative to tell everyone here about our PBL project. So, our project is essentially a donation drive of secondhand items to give to a charity shop called Helping Hands, which is in Pisunulo province. Helping Hands is a secondhand shop in Pisunulo province which donates its proceeds to the Putalak Foundation. This foundation specializes in palliative care. Over the course of this project, we learned many things, and one of the first things, of course, that we had to understand is what is palliative care? So palliative care is an approach of caregiving that maximizes comfort for those who suffer from serious, oftentimes terminal illnesses. It's an important part of our society because as everyone age, people move to the final years of their lives, and many will have serious illnesses which will require palliative care. Palliative care is oftentimes done at home as opposed to being a treatment in a hospital, which is a benefit to both the patients and the hospital. This is because moving people with terminal illnesses out of intensive care units, for one, gives them the opportunity to pass at home, which is dignified, and they will do so surrounded by friends and family. This is also good for the hospital. This is because the freeing up of ICU beds allows hospitals to treat more patients. We believe that palliative care brings invaluable benefits to a sustainable society, which is why we chose to pursue this PBL project. As previously mentioned, Grade 11 embarked on a donation drive to aid in this cause. The items that we collected will be donated to Helping Hands, which we would actually like to express a lot of gratitude. We got so many donations this time around, so good job everybody for donating a bunch of their unused items. In 2021, the Helping Hands Foundation donated over 1 million baht to the Puttalak Foundation, and the money that this foundation is getting is essentially used to fund equipment necessary for palliative care. Since palliative care is done at home, these equipment are essentially lent to families whose loved ones are under palliative care, and these pieces include pain management devices, oxygen concentrators, and air beds, all of which are used to maximize comfort for the patients. We also got another learning point, however, and this is that why are charity shops also good for sustainable society? Now, Helping Hands is a charity shop, and a charity shop is essentially a retail or an online store which donates their profits to charity. And they're very important because they help us in many ways in sustainability. Environmentally, they promote something called a circular economy, and this essentially promotes the reduce, reuse, recycle culture that counters the relatively wasteful culture that humans have developed over the past many decades. It also provides a sustainable way for us to dispose of unused household objects. Instead of going into a landfill, they will actually go to someone else who can very much benefit from having those items at such a low cost. Economically, charity shops provides local economic growth because both the money and the goods will stay in a local area. But also it provides competition. The low cost of charity shops allows competition to fast fashion companies, a thing that we covered all the way at the beginning of this PBL period in our schools. Due to their low prices and their vastly more ethical sourcing standards, they provide an alternative to those who want a large amount of fashion options at a very low cost. So, of course, the way that we're helping with this is with the donation drive, which we incentivize with house points, the winners of which will be announced at the end of this presentation. And we're also trying to raise awareness, of course, with the presentation that you're listening to now. So, we're going to show a quick behind-the-scenes video about how we embarked on this entire journey to begin with.
Watching 11th grade do their PBL project on sustainability. They are creating a competition where their 4 houses, Harpy, Golden, Stellars, and Marshall, will compete to raise the most secondhand items they can within 1 month. And they'll be donating all of these items to this organization up north called Helping hand. And we decided that the team that raises the most items in this 1 month period will get some sort of prize that we will announce at the end of the month.
Hi, so this is grade 11. Here we're on our PBL project right now about sustainability, and what we're doing right now is we're essentially going to be collecting secondhand stuff from across the school. This will be a house competition, so the house that donates the most items will get a bunch of house points. Right now we have a bunch of people out back here designing the boxes, designing the signs and the advertisements. We're writing out our announcements right now that you guys will hopefully hear later on. And so yeah, this is our grade 11 PBL project. Thank you.
Okay, how does that relate to sustainability?
By donating secondhand clothing, we can help the environment by not using as many resources as we can save our usage on resources. We can help by recycling, by using secondhand clothing. And we're also helping those who are less fortunate.
And what is your personal opinion of the process?
The process is going very well. We've raised a lot of stock. We have a lot of things that we can donate off to the shop.
So, just before we finish, I'm going to quickly announce the winners of the previously said competition. So, the team that got first place was Harpy House. They donated by far the most items, with Marshalls and Stellars being second and third, very close back to back, and then Golden in fourth place. The house points that we will award will be discussed at a later date. So thanks everyone for your attention. I would just also like to say that there are a lot of charity shops around Bangkok and around Thailand. If you guys have any unused items in your homes that you were thinking of maybe throwing away, I would consider donating it to charity shops. It will take very little time and it will help a whole lot of people. So have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pun, for a very well thought out presentation, and congratulations to our Harpy Eagles. I would like to invite our grade 12 student presenters to come share their learning. Stage.
Really? Good morning, everyone. I'm Jessie. This is Christian. This is James. And we will be talking about our PBL water testing project. So, last October, ASB visited Chonapatan School on a service trip where students established relationships with younger grades, partaking in various academic activities aimed towards improving their English proficiency. The service trip established a lasting bond between schools, which allowed ASB to return to Chonapatan the following year, but this time to test the safety of their drinking water to see if intervention is required. This trip helped ASB students take an alternate approach to traditional classroom-based education and develop independence, leadership, and communication skills while actively contributing to the community. The PBL project aligns with the American School of Bangkok's values to ignite change in a different community by taking an initiative to create a positive change in our world. Learner attributes refer to the traits and qualities that students should possess in order to be successful learners. We, the American School of Bangkok seniors, use the learner attributes that have been taught
at the school to learn from the experience, to be mindful citizens by thinking of others' needs, to thinking of critical problems and creative solutions.
Testing water quality near Hua Hin. The materials used in the testing play a crucial role in determining the quality of the water. Therefore, it's important to carefully select materials that meet functional requirements and environmental safety standards. The testing was conducted with a clear glass in an airtight lock to ensure that no further contamination would occur. Ms. Mary and the admin team provided the testing kits for the water. Testing locations. On our PBL senior trip to the local Hua Hin school, students were broken up into 7 groups and tasked with collecting water samples from different locations around campus. Water was collected in the different sites in glass vials and were later measured in the 15 components. We measured the components by taking each vial and testing the water 3 times.
So there were 15 components that we measured, the pH being acidity or alkalinity of the water, hardness as the mineral content of the water, free chlorine is the amount of chlorine measured in parts per million, free bromine is water in water determines how acidic the water is, total chlorine is the sum of combined and free chlorine, iron, copper, nitrate, and copper. Iron, copper, and nitrate can be found in water and cause no health risks, but could come from corrosion in pipes. Nitrites are a salt that is naturally occurring, but if exposed to too much, can cause harm. Fluoride is in all water and is recommended, but excessive amounts will cause harm. Iodine is naturally occurring and used to purify water. Cyanuric acid is used to help chlorine last longer. Carbonate root shows the water's ability to absorb and neutralize water. Total alkalinity shows the presence of bicarbonate, carbonate, or hydroxide. So on the table, green signifies that the level measured is safe, and red signifies the level measured is unsafe according to Thai water safety guidelines. Through the data, it can be deduced that parts per million of lead, cyanuric acid, and fluoride have been surpassed regulations, where lead was found unsafe, and it was at the old tank and the metal dispenser. Cyanuric acid was found unsafe only in the old tank. Fluoride, which we can spot as a visual outlier, has unsafe levels in all testing sites.
So to present our findings, safe ranges for fluoride are 0 to 4 milligrams per liter. However, the student collected data claims that all tests have a mean value of 21.7 milligrams per liter, which is much higher than the current public drinking water standard. This leads to us to 2 possible explanations. Students incorrectly assessed fluoride contents due to confusing nature and similar color shades presented on the water testing strips, which is up there, as you can see. Or unfortunately, the fluoride levels present in the tested water is accurate, and all students who drink from these sites are at risk for fluoride bases health issues. Another plausible explanation for high fluoride contents is the possible contamination of the glass vials we stored our water samples in. So why is finding the pH of drinking water important? Well, acidity and alkalinity have an important effect on the quality of drinking water. The acidity and alkalinity of drinking water can affect its taste and quality, as well as its impact on pipes and plumbing fixtures. Water treatment plants regulate the pH of drinking water to ensure that it is safe to drink and does not cause health problems or damage to infrastructure. Acidic water can dissolve metals such as lead, copper, and zinc from pipes and fixtures, which can lead to health problems if metals are ingested. While alkaline water is generally considered safe to drink, but very high levels of alkalinity can cause gastrointestinal problems in some people.
All right, so our summary. Grade 12 ASB students recently took part in a unique project that allowed them to apply their knowledge to real-world situations. As part of ASB's influence on project-based learning, we traveled to a local school near Hua Hin to test the quality of their drinking water. We collected water samples and used advanced testing equipment to analyze and interpret the data. We then organized a fun sports day for the students. This gave us an opportunity to engage with the local community and learn about the challenges they face on a personal level. Back at ASB, we continued to work on the project by analyzing the data we collected about the water quality. We presented our findings to our classmates and teachers, demonstrating the real-world application of the knowledge we had gained. Overall, the project was a great success, allowing us to apply our knowledge and skills to real-world situations while engaging with the local community. It was a testament to the effectiveness of the PBL approach at ASB, which emphasizes hands-on learning and encouraged us to take an active role in our education. Organizing a sports day. These are pictures that we took with the kids from sports day. We were just messing around. More pictures. I was getting like, they were throwing these spears at me. And this is us with all the students. Thank you.
Thank you, James, Christian, and Jesse. Next, I'd like to present the grade 12 PBL video led by our student council president and grade 12 student, Ippo Taniguchi.
On February 27th and 28th, 2023, our ASB seniors went back to Chanapatan Panbri School in Hua Hin. We are excited to be back here because we had an opportunity to test their water quality and had a chance to host sports day for the kids. We were here earlier in the school year to give them small classes in English and play lots of fun activities with them.
Seniors, and we just collected water samples from a Thai local school, and we collected from a drinking water and water from the sink to wash our hands.
At home, where do you get your water from?
Do you use tap water for drinking, brushing your teeth, or showering?
น้องใช้น้ำประปาเพื่ออะไรครับล้างมืออะไรเรื่องแปรงฟันมีแปรงฟันแล้ว
ก็ได้ดื่มน้ำจากน้ำก๊อกไม่ดื่ม So use the tap water for brushing your teeth and washing hands.
Do you have a water fountain at home?
น้องมีที่กดน้ำที่บ้านหรือเปล่า No.
Do you use a water filter?
น้องรู้จักเครื่องกรองน้ำไหมที่บ้านเครื่องกรองน้ำไหม No.
Do they have water fountains at home? ที่บ้านน้องมีเครื่องกรองน้ำไหมคะ
The girl does, the boy doesn't.
After collecting water samples and doing interviews with the students, we went back to the hotel and prepared for sports day.
Hello, we're back here today at Chonapatan Primary School to give them sports day. We're really excited to be here today because we were here last semester to give them small classes in English, play little games with them, and finally we had a chance to come back and do sports activities with them.
And yesterday we were also here to prepare for the event, and we also took water samples to test their water quality and interview the students about the water quality. And ASB will be fundraising to donate water fountains and water filters for the school.
Mr. Dan, I think you found your second calling in life, a makeup artist. Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Yes! High five! Yes! Go, go, go! Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! No cheating, Kyle. Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
Grab enough for your rope.
Hello.
And the seniors, you're just going to walk and present it on the right.
Go,พี่จะแจก
Good job.
เหรียญทองนะคะ
Good for your rope.
คนละคนเก่งมาก
Ready? Let's go!
Oh, woo, how embarrassing! even though they schooled you guys, be good sports.
Hey, seniors, can you please get the equipment out to the band?
Good job, guys.
After getting schooled by the kids, we got back to our school and tested out the water samples we collected. We were all happy and really grateful that we had a second opportunity to put smiles on these kids' faces again. We for sure enjoyed our visit there and hope the future ASB seniors would be able to experience what we did. For the last part of our PBL project, let's welcome the mathematicians of the AP Stats senior representative to show us the results of the water.
Awesome video, grade 12, and unexpected MVP of the video, Mr. Marlowe. Let's give Mr. Marlowe a round of applause. Go, go, go.